with using law of attraction in therapy it's been really fun with individuals, but with couples, when I say it's not your partner's fault, it's not your partner's deal why you feel so upset, and try to go that route, people don't like to hear that. And I've been reaching for better words and ways to make interventions with couples, but
well, we started here today, didn't we?
Right. That's
in other words, we are offering what we know to be, and we understand that when someone is outside the vortex, looking right at the factual evidence of what has happened in their life, they often don't want to hear what sounds like mumbo jumbo to them.
Right.
They want you to explain that. So somehow you have to convince them that you are explaining that. And here's the way we approach that. We say to people, in the beginning, when we talk about the law of attraction and about harnessing your own vibration so that you are cooperating with law of attraction, when you decide to be a deliberate creator of your experience, many people at first really like the idea of that. Oh, I will have control of my experience. But what they often have misunderstood, they think, oh, I will have control of the way other people are behaving in my experience.
Right.
Because it's the other people that have been giving me so much grief, is really what most people feel. They've been reacting to life, and they fervently desire to find some way of controlling that behavior so that when they observe it, they can feel better. So you have to make them understand that in this law of attraction based universe, there is no such thing as no. You cannot look at what is not wanted and shout no at it without holding yourself in vibrational alignment with the thing that you do not want. So just state the law as you know it to be. When you say yes to something, you get more of it. When you say no to something, you get more of it. So start saying yes to more of the things that your partner offers that you want, and then shut up about the things that your partner is offering that you don't want, until you train yourself not to have those unwanted things in your vibration. Now, people don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear you say you're getting it because you're asking for it, because they don't think they're asking for it. They're getting it and they don't even want it. Why would they ask for something that they don't even want? Right. So you have to help them to understand that the law of attraction is not discriminating against them. It is always giving them what's active in their vibration. And then, even though they're sitting there shaking their head at you, say, do me a favor and play a game this week before I see you again. And here's the game. Get a notebook and sit down, not together, and write a list of positive aspects about your mate. And don't make it up. Don't stretch. Don't say she's the perfect body weight when you think she's overweight. Don't say that. Don't say she's a great cook when you can't eat anything she makes. Don't say that. Don't make it up. Don't challenge yourself with it. Just write the things. And something that really works well is to remember how you felt when you met. Write about those first days, that first encounter, how that first loving felt. Write about that. And as you write, and then say to them, just write about it. Just write about it. Don't make it up and don't lie to yourself about it, but just try to emphasize the aspects of your partner that you really appreciate. And don't talk to each other about it. Just do it privately. And we'll talk next time we are together. And it is our promise to you that if they are willing to do it, if they're not willing to do it, then they're wrong for you anyway.
Right.
Because that's a really small request that you're making. So that means they don't trust you. It means that they don't have a strong enough desire. They're not the right people for you to be working with. But if they will do the work, when they come back, their relationship will have changed in 1 week's time. They will have had fewer negative encounters and many more positive encounters, because they will have awakened in themselves, each of them, the thing about the other that they most appreciate, but more important than the evoking from each other better behavior, which will happen too. They will be using each other as their excuse to be in the vortex And when you use someone as your excuse, we're just going to give these words to you, and you can sort it out through the counseling that you're doing later. When you use someone as your excuse to be in the vortex, you love them. You love them, because you can't be in the vortex unless you are focused in that way. So when you use someone, deliberately use someone to be your excuse to be in the vortex, Source fills you. And then that's what being in love is anyway. That's why people want to drag them home and keep them. Those people that make them feel that way. In other words, if people really knew about the vortex, looking for a partner wouldn't be the big quest it is for so many people. There would be more programs about getting into the vortex and far fewer about finding a mate. Seriously, because there isn't anything that anyone wants for any other reason than they believe they will feel better in the having of it, you see. So there is a magic in that. There is a magic in that list of positive aspects that will give them the opportunity to shift their vibration and then change their point of attraction, yes, but change the way they feel, more important. So next time you see them, they're gonna feel better about life. They're gonna feel better about all things. And then you can say to them, now your assignment for next week, you did really good this week because you did the hardest thing. You took the subject that was your subject of contention a little bit, and you overcame it with your power of focus. That's deliberate creation, tell them. Now, this week's assignment will be much easier. Make your list of positive aspects about anything, but just keep writing about the things that are working, the positive aspects that you see in this world. And what you will notice is that right before your eyes, with that one process, these people will align themselves to who they really are. And two people aligned to who they really are having a relationship is one whopping relationship. Good in all ways.
So when she says he promised to pick up the kids the last 3 weeks in a row, but he got drunk and forgot, and I had to leave work and go pick up the kids, and I say, make a list of things that you really like about him.
Well, you see, they don't have a chance finding improvement from you because you don't believe in them. You need to make a list about them. Because the exact same thing, they've trained each other into expecting rotten results because they're just watching the evidence of the rotten results, and you're just doing the same thing.
Right. That's what it feels like.
So when you make your list and you believe that they can change, and then you'll get all on fire with who you are, and you'll explain to her that the reason he gets drunk is because he's trying to get in the vortex and it's the only way he knows how to get in. But that's too much information for them right now. But you have to know it. You have to know that he drinks because it's the only way that he can ease the pain of not being in the vortex. So now your quest, when you see someone like that as a teacher and a healer and uplifter, the other side of that bounce is you want more than life itself to call this guy into the vortex. So you don't care what her terrible attitude about him is. Your desire is to get him into the vortex, and your desire is to see her seeing him in the vortex. And until you do that, you are of no value to them.
And that's all in the privacy of my own process, right? In my own mind.
Certainly, but it would not be such a terrible thing if you were to say to them, you know, I really like you too, and I've been really thinking a lot about you. And I have a lot of techniques that are really effective, that really work with people. But when I thought about teaching them to you, I also thought, you're probably not going to have any of it. In fact, I said to myself, I'm going to say this and she's going to say this. And then I realized I couldn't teach you because I let you convince me that you were broken.
Wow. Yeah.
And as long as I let you, because you think you're broken and you're displaying it so perfectly that you convinced me that you were broken. And so then I started getting all balled up because I didn't know what to do with you. And then I remembered, hey, they're not broken. They have powerful desires that this perfect relationship has helped them carve out. They deserve to feel good, and they deserve to be in love, and they were in love at one time, and they want to be again. And the reason that they're here is because they still want to be in love, and they want to feel good. And I know that I have knowledge that will help you, and I decided I was not going to let you train me into your negative expectation. I'm going to train you into my positive expectation. So I sat up a few nights and I thought about you. I didn't let myself see you as you are. I remembered instead who you really are. And as I remembered who you really are, I know that you two are in love, and I know that you two are good together. I know that the basis of this relationship is a strong and stable one. And I have so brought those images to my mind that I am determined that I will stand here as the complete conveyor of my absolute knowledge that you are great together. And what I need you to do so that you'll know it like I know it, and then say, oh, it's easier for me because I don't live with you two annoying people. So it's easy for me, but it's not as hard as you think it is. And here's what you got to do. Step 1. Make a list of positive aspects about each other, and don't give me any grief about it. I know you can do it. She's hot. Good time for a segment of reflection.
Thank you.